So here's my Harbor Freight dowel jig, and I think you've seen quite a few of them on YouTube. They do have some problems, but it was like $14 and I had used a 20% coupon on it. But a lot of times in which this it comes with two of each size bushings, and the 1/4 inch my bit fit through. The 3/8 I had to drill out, and I don't know what I did with my bit, or I would have made this little homemade jig that I made for. Like I said, there's no instructions, and I figured out how to do the edge dowel jigs with it. But as far as doing a butt joint this way, I haven't figured that out. So what I did was I took a 1x2. In this particular one, I knew where my 1/4 inch bit was, so that's what I used, was a 1/4 inch hole. Took the 1x2, made a couple 3 marks on it. This is 7 1/4 inches long to fit a 1x6. I'm sorry, a 1x8. And so it's 7 1/4 inches long, and I made that to do 1x8, or it could probably do 2x8 also. But I made the 3 lines, put it in the Harbor Freight jig, lined it up with the lines that are in there, drilled the holes, and then I used it to make this type of a joint. So I know that's not a very good explanation, but that's how I made my little dowel jig to do this. Well, I'm working on too many projects again, like usual, not doing any of them justice. But I got a Harbor Freight dowel jig that works pretty good for joining 2 pieces of wood together like this. And I haven't figured out how to do the corners yet. You can see I kind of screwed up on this first one last night. Went all the way through. But what I did was I made a little 1x2 jig. And most people say you have to put the A and B on there to make sure and get the joints correctly. So I just made that little 1x2 for now for this little project. It's going to be a cup holder for my wife. She has a big mug that she sits about a 4-inch diameter. She sits in the back seat of her Jeep, and it always tips over when she turns the corner. So I'm gonna make this to go on the floor of the Jeep, and then if somebody rides along with her in the back seat, which is rare, they can just throw this off to the side. It'll sit on the floor in the Jeep. Well, this is kind of a messed up video, but I built this little thing here. My wife drinks lots of water, and she carries the water everywhere she goes. And they don't make big enough cup holders and consoles in between the seats, so she found she could reach back here behind the passenger seat and put her water, and it always ends up spilling going around corners. And I thought, well, I'd try this once, and I don't think it'll move around that much even with a full glass of water. So I'm gonna sand it down and paint it now.